Dauntless. Dauntless is all about constant progression. Every monster you kill nets you a bunch of crafting materials like hides and feathers and scales that are used back in town to craft weapons and armor based on those very same monsters. You need to harvest fire-based creatures to craft fiery weapons that will help you take down ice monsters. And you need to harvest the ice monsters to make armor good enough to withstand the ice-based attacks of even stronger ones. Beyond crafting better equipment, there are mastery levels as a form of progression. The more you use a type of weapon or slay a type of beast, the higher your mastery rank increases in that specific field. Drakensang Online. Drakensang Online is very similar to the Diablo game franchise and to other comparable titles in the way that is played from an isometric perspective. At the beginning of the game, the player creates a character by choosing to play as one of the 4 different character classes: Dragon Knight, Ranger, Spellweaver, and Steam Mechanicus, each of which has a different set of attributes. The player can play solo or together with other players. There is also a guild system where players can organize themselves into alliances. The Drakensang world, known as Draconia, is a freely explorable open world similar to medieval Europe. For faster progression, a player can use the in-game virtual currency called Andermont to purchase weapons, upgrade items, teleport to other locations, and more. This game is not so pay to win. It's actually good for free to play. You just need to understand the mechanics of the game, that's all. Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online is a very decent MMO that does a fair job at capturing the expansive Star Trek universe. You will encounter a plethora of memorable personalities on your journeys throughout the game, while exploring both the famous and uncharted systems across the galaxy. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is an action MMO set in a single, evolving world that you and your friends can join anywhere, anytime, absolutely free, offering several great dungeons and raids as well as a superb PvP. This overall game is very good. The gunplay is unrivaled. The visual audio feedback is great. The handling feels really good, and enemies really pop when you take them out. It's good. Not perfect, but really good. And since it's free, you can get a really good sense of if this game is for you without paying for any of it. League of Angels: Heaven's Fury. It's basically a browser and mobile game that was added to Steam. This game is extremely money hungry, and I recommend only AFK playing or casual playing it, unless you want to spend 1,000 USD. Otherwise, it's pretty fun to pass some time playing then AFK on it the rest of the day while your character auto-farms. The game is quiet and simple, so if you want something chill or that doesn't need a lot of time or attention, then this is good. Neverwinter. Neverwinter is a free-action MMORPG based on the acclaimed Dungeons & Dragons fantasy role-playing game. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. It can be that game where you want to dungeon crawl to bash up enemies and perform in your role with quite a breeze. Neverwinter is a very fun and immersive MMORPG. The character customization and variety of quests and missions provide a lot of content for players to enjoy. The community and trading system add a nice touch to the game. Although it can be grindy and overwhelming for new players, the game is definitely worth checking out for anyone who enjoys MMORPGs and is looking for a challenging and immersive gameplay experience. Guild Wars 2. Imagine a game in 2023 that respects your time, or imagine an MMORPG that is no pay to win. And everything that is in the cash shop can be bought with gold from farming. The core game has content for hundreds of hours and is completely free. Guild Wars 2 is an MMO where you don't have to worry about grinding repetitive dungeons to up your item level or farming for a certain piece of gear that is best in slot for your class. The story for an MMORPG is excellent. All the characters are voice acted and they're pretty good. Guild Wars 2 is focused more on the casual aspect than the hardcore content. If you search for a game that is so damn difficult, or like how raiding in World of Warcraft is, this game is not for you. RuneScape. RuneScape's a fantasy medieval genre MMORPG. You level your skills, obtain money and equipment, kill monsters, go on quests, and run around the map to see what's out there. Admittedly, some of the best content is at the higher levels. Shifts in balancing across recent years have made it substantially faster to reach the late parts of the game, and it has become easier to access better equipment. It's easy enough to go at it solo, but there are other players in the community, and it's worth saying hello. If you like to never go outside, and if you only want to play the same game for 12H a day, then this is for you. The Lord of the Ring Online. Similar to other MMORPGs, players control a character avatar within the game world, interacts with objects, NPCs, and other players. Characters gain levels by earning experience points, acquiring both new skills and trait points, which can be assigned in various configurations to customize personal place. Players traverse the game world either on foot, using personal mounts, or via instantaneous travel options. This is a game that has great amount of free gameplay. You can play free and get lots of fun. One of the most comprehensive games in existence. You can craft almost anything. Food, farm, make armor, weapons, shields, buffs, decoration, furniture, etc. Give it a try. Warframe. Warframe is a third-person PvE loot shooter, where it's about collecting resources and items to craft new guns and armor, so you can kill things in more ways. You play as a Warframe, which are basically space ninjas. Unlike most games, Warframe doesn't have a traditional progression system. All weapons and Warframes can only reach level 30, which you can easily get in an hour or two. However, your total rank, known as Mastery rank, only ranks up when you level up new gear, and some items are locked behind a Mastery rank. This means that it doesn't take long for new players to reach the highest level with their gear, with encouraging them to try new things as they play the game. If you like what you hear, then give it a try. It's free, after all.
This one is stronger than the rest. Lock the area down. This Tenno is mine.
Star Wars: The Old Republic. Star Wars: The Old Republic is now 12 years old at the time of this publication. The game has an incredible amount of content to offer to a new player. The learning curve is not too steep, and the stories are all free to enjoy them at your own pace. Star Wars: The Old Republic is MMO with the soul of a single-player RPG. This is a very fun game. Extremely worth getting into for any Star Wars fans, especially ones that like MMORPG.
In my hands. Let's go.
Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal is a free-to-play, massively multiplayer online action role-playing game. Players can create one or more characters to use within the game. There are 6 classes that you can choose from: Barbarian, Crusader, Demon Hunter, Monk, Necromancer, and Wizard. It didn't take long to fall in love with this game. Diablo's typical graphics with smooth movements make us feel at home. For fans of the dark Diablo atmosphere, this game answers all your visual needs. For those of you who like player versus enemy, PvE mode, Diablo Immortal can be the best choice. You can enjoy an exciting storyline and a long journey of characters. Moreover, completing dungeons with friends, it's really exciting. Thank you for watching this video. Stay close by subscribe this channel. I really happy if you leave a thumbs up and give some advice by comment below. See you in the next video.